All right, we on.
Shalom.
Shalom.
First thing and foremost, we're going to give all praises to
YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Rakakadash.
double honor for the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Some blessings and same touches to the light. Amen. We're facing the east, so it's the spirit of pop. We out here another weekend. We out prophesying the end of this kingdom, aka Babylon the Great, aka America, man, which is set to be destroyed by ice and being moved by fire. You got this Afghan situation, man, with these Afghanis pretty much they're sending their troops back to America. America's sending their troops back over here, man, because hey, you got to go through the spirit that martial law is getting ready to be declared. Okay. So you know martial law is getting ready to be declared, and if you look at that packing war, man, it ain't even really about America winning or losing, because they went over there and they already really won that war because they were stealing resources, man. So that whole war on terror BS was really for them to circumvent those certain regions to go in there and steal that particular substance, because they got diamonds, rubies, they got oil, you know what I'm saying? They got, they don't have oil out there, but they have other resources out there that Esau don't want to get his hand in, man. So hey, that's the reason why he's still in Afghanistan, so he can start conquering those other nations, man. Because what happens is you have what they call proxy wars, and that's basically what's going on in the Middle East. It's a bunch of proxy wars. It's going to lead into an inevitable world war. Alright?
Because when you look at the map, every single U.S. base that has been established, it's completely surrounding Iran. And I mean, it's like they're touching Iran's border, all those bases. They want that shit, man.
That's the reason why he's fucking with Taiwan. He's trying to be cool with Taiwan because he's going to build that base by China, man. That's all that's about.
That's straight of Hormuz. Yep. It's also location too. Afghanistan was a key location. Why did the gutter rats want Israel so much? Because it's a prime location. That's the entrance into Africa, man. So that location is what does it say? Strategic locations. It means things. So man, this is a quick precept. This is Revelation 6 and verse 4, and it says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth."
What's that red horse? That red horse is Esau, man. Get that. Let me see that chip song. Can you run that back, Bobby?
Con. This is Revelation 6 and verse 4. "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth."
To take peace from the earth. Now, how can that not be Esau either? Name one nation that's ever brought complete turmoil to the entire planet.
Right.
You can't find one, man.
When the Hamites.
Yeah, it wasn't the Hamites, it wasn't the Syrians, okay? It wasn't the Syrians. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of those, because at the time of the Babylonians and even in Syria, they didn't come to this side of the world, man. They dwelled in a particular region. So who was able to come to this side of the world, you know what I'm saying, and start up hell? Esau, Edom.
Right.
Because after the Northern Kingdom was brought over here, in a period of, I want to say, when did they come over here, man? 2nd Esdras 13 top to tell you when the Northern Kingdom came over here to set up colony. Esau, Edom came over here hundreds of years later, man. Perhaps thousands to come over here and start hell. Colonize them, man.
700 BC, I believe.
Yeah, guns.
This is from medium.com. It says only 15 out of the entirety of the 244 years the United States has been in existence has been peaceful.
Man, the precept.
And you know what? In most of those wars, America has always been the aggressor. There's really only been a handful of wars that have been fought in America. You had the Native Indian Wars, you had the Civil War, you had the Revolutionary War. You know? But all the rest of them has been where America has went throughout the earth conquering and pillaging.
Right.
And that lines up with the precept this brother brought up.
Hey, it's one in Psalms 90, I think Psalms 92 says they have continually gathered together for war. No, that's Psalms 92. Find that, Bobby.
This is Genesis 27 and 4. "And by the sword thou shalt live." Let me start at 39. We gotta see who's getting this blessing. This is Genesis 27 and 39. "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above." Verse 40. And by thy sword thou shalt live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck."
Right, man. So, hey, it says, "By thy sword thou shalt live." That's how this man has gained his reputable living. That's how everything he got is stolen. That's why so-called white men, they can never come and say they earned an honest living. You didn't. Because you may be working a 9-to-5 salary job, but your ancestors before you has pillaged with the sword, man. That's why the Most High said in the book of Job that they're covered with our hidden riches. Because that's why he's over there in Afghanistan, man. That's why he's over there in Syria. That's why he's over there in China. That's why he's over there in Africa, man. Like they had a whole big thing about the blood diamonds. You saw that shit crazy to colonize the fucking Hamites over there to get them blood diamonds, man. You know? It was to the point it got so bad, to the point that you had fucking civil wars in intermediate in Africa. You had the Libyans, you had South Africans, which is Egyptians, all right, that was at war with Esau, Edom, you know, to protect their substance, man. Because this man, he has nothing but a terrible track record.
It's a savage. Back in Revelation, this is Revelation 6:4, finish it out, and it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereupon to take peace from the earth.
Right, it says power was given to him. What was the power given to him? The Most High. Because the Most High gave him the sword. That's right. And hey, it's a movie called Monsters of Men about robots. Y'all need to watch that. Yeah, that shit is good, bro. It proves this scripture right here.
Another thing too, you know, Esau, yeah, he did get a sword, but we also got a sword. The difference is our sword is way more powerful than his. But what pisses me off when we see Jake out here posing in fringes with Esau's fucking punk ass blessing.
Yeah.
That shit's a piece of shit. Esau got this fucking bow of steel, but how many counts in the scriptures does it tell you where we're able to break that shit with our own hands?
That's right.
Our real sword is right here, man. And with this word, we get spiritual power.
That's right. Shit, King David's mighty man, I forgot his name, but he had three. I mean, it was an army, I think it was captain of 33, but out of his three main frontiers, man, one, it says that he's 800 men at once.
Right.
It says that it said that the sword cleaved to his wrist.
Dino
Tesnite, yep.
That's crazy.
Tesnite.
And Esau reads this. We tell certain Jake, you tell the average Negro, and they'll be like, man, you going far out. We told them about, how long did we tell them about chariots? How many years were we going in on chariots? Relentlessly. We didn't stop. We told them that was what. Now Esau pull it out. Now Jake want to pull it out. They want to share videos on chariots and UFOs. Now Esau knows about Samson, Elijah. He reads these. He knows about the left-hand side that is real. The time of Moses, when Moses and Aaron were doing those miracles, what did the Magi do? They matched.
They try to replicate, yeah.
So Esau knows that there's a certain sort of, that he can sort of come to the power, but it's not to the fullness. So that's why he's it's just like if you could keep Superman, what would you do? Put him in a kryptonite jail.
Right.
This is what Esau's built for us. He's built a kryptonite jail because every which way we turn, we do what? We break the law. And he says what? The accuser of thy brethren. Why do you think so everything in this society is planned for us to be destroyed, killed? The rest of these nations are collateral damage. He has to affect us because he knows if we wake up, he's going to have a bunch of Samsons on his hands, a bunch of Elijahs. That's why that story of the story of that black
Simeon Toko.
And they said Simeon Toko. He said, look, he showed the thing where he cut out his heart. There's one recollection where he stopped the plane in midair. Hey, he stopped the plane in midair, and the elites were begging him to start. They said, hey man, look, hey, sorry. And then you know how much power that is to stop a boat in midair and just keep it suspended, man.
They said shortly after that, they said these angels said they had much more bodies.
Yeah, and they came out and
they said they
flipped it with one hand. Yeah, that goes to Hitler. Yeah, one of them tank, like they brought in them tank. Man, bro, they called in. And then what did the Lord tell? The Lord told Pontius, he said, my father would give me what? Legions of angels. And what did that? Those were, he called up a legion. Yeah. He called up a legion, bro. Wow, man.
Yeah, because Esau got all them documentations. Just like you go to historical records of Josephus, right? So he documented the accounts of the life of YAHAWASHI and all the rest of the prophets. You know, you read Josephus and goes into that. There's more of accounts of that because of spiritual power and shit, us doing shit. Like when those miracles was happening in Egypt, you don't think them Egyptians wrote that shit down on tablets? So what happened to them tablets? They just disappeared? The papyrus, right? Hey, that shit lasts a long time. Where are all them scrolls at? Esau got the evidence, man.
That's why it says that he search out a diligent search, man.
Yeah.
Because he knows that if he tries to roll on us, he knows that we gonna be activated. It's kind of like the brother said, it's like a shark circling the prey. It's like he can get like collateral damage. He can get everything on the outskirts. The blood and the meat is in the center, man. So he's kind of looking at us like, can I get
Jump
these
in the water?
He know like, all right, man, I can't come at him this way, so let me go ahead and attack him this way. So that's why he's trying to do attack us in his faith, man. He's trying to shut it down. He's trying to stop videos from going out to the point that the Most High is going to expire every opportunity he have for him to come and roll on us. And if he roll on us, that's what the Most High going to say, go.
And then that's the hand in hand, that spiritual power is tandem with, just like a bird. We're saying, why does a bird throw another bird out of the cage, man? It has to fly. So the Lord is literally gonna toss us into the thing. He's gonna make Esau come at us and have no choice but to use our faith, man. The faith, you're gonna be tested. It says you're gonna try all men. The Lord knows we have it in us. That's why the time is Jacob trouble's coming down. Why? Because we're ready for it. The Lord wouldn't put it on us if we couldn't handle it. So now if we at that time, we need to go towards that level. It says, man, all things can be done in faith, man. That's why Esau's trying to hinder that faith. He's trying to have us doubt this mind. Doubt this. That's why he has so many fragments of the truth out there with sellouts. All he got to do is confuse Jake. He don't need them to know. He don't have to have him go back into the world. He just needs us confused. What is this? What is that? When we confident, man, it's a wrap.
TikTok, all these social medias.
This is Psalm 140 and 1. It says, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war.
Continually, man. So out of 225 years, they've been in war. 222 of them damn years, man. Just throwing that out there just as a number. But this man has constantly been in war. That's all he knows. He's a warmonger, man. You see what
That's
I'm saying?
all that satisfies him is blood.
Yeah, and that don't even satisfy because it says, would he not have stolen till he had enough? Like to the point with this whole, you know what shit going on. It's one thing to lock the world down and get people to wear masks, and all of a sudden you got to get the jab, and all of a sudden it's another jab, and all of a sudden you got to get a booster, then you got to get. It's like it's no end to this shit. Like, when it's gonna end? It ain't gonna end, man. It's gonna keep going. And y'all notice now, like technically, like the whole 19th variant, you had Delta, you had Lambda, etc. You know that we're on the 22nd we're on the 22nd variant, man. They talking about, you know what, 22 next year. Right. You know what I'm saying? So all those different Greek variants that came out after the 19, they didn't tell you that, but technically we already in like 21 right now. They can say C21. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep adding on to it. And people are so fucking stupid because if you look at the Greek chart, they're named after Greek alphabet. Why are they doing that? Won't y'all question how the hell can a fucking virus just have some type of name to it, or we gonna give it Greek names? Like, it makes a lot of sense, man. It's a reason they're doing that.
Calling on their gods.
Because in order for witchcraft to work, you got to put it out there so it can marinate its power. And when it marinates its power through media, that's when people start to fall for it. That's when it works. Because that devil Jen Psaki, she came out and said the plane, you know what? She slipped up and said plane, you know, the plane.
And she had to ride it. She knew in her mind, she said it, but she's like, I can't even say nothing about this. I gotta just finish it out, man.
I want her as a slave. That's a wicked evil bitch, man. She's a devil.
She got a continence of a man. She's very hard, man. She got a very hard, and I know why they pick her.
It says, they have sharpened their tongues as like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. So that describes the characteristics of the enemy, man. That when Esau is at counsel and he's coming to you in the public, it's for war. It's just like a viper's venom, like its fangs to poison you. Jake doesn't understand that. Their minds are being poisoned right now with this whole, you know, the scandemic thing. You know what I mean? All the media coming out, oh, you got to get this, you got to get that. The Pfizer shot, the AstraZeneca. Oh, you need this, you need that. All that is just Esau gathered together to do violence with it. Because this shit, when you get injected with this shit, a lot of people are getting fucked up behind it. They're getting the shakes. The Harlem shakes.
They said heart problems. They said that they only report 1% of the deaths. They said within, I think it was a few weeks ago, she brought it out. She said that 30,000 people didn't die from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's only a small number of what people have been succumbing from it. So it's
I was watching a video from this scientist. He studies the blood samples under the microscope, and he said the blood from a regular patient, when he observes it, the vessels are free flowing, meaning they have a good amount of distance. You can tell they're moving. But after they take the shot, all the blood vessels are linked, like they're tightly bound to where you can barely get a blood sample out of these people. When they try to take blood barely even come out.
They're changing the energy. That thing has changed the energy of the body. Because why does that's why the spirit moves everything. That's why it says when you go cold, when the heat goes out of you, heat is also known as energy. It's electricity. So that it's actually a power in your body. So that's what helps the body flow like it needs to. You know, like if you take wrong gas and put it in a vehicle, it throws it off, right? So they're putting this thing in here and it's literally throwing off. That's showing you signs. And it's going into the neurology. For people to start shaking, that's dealing with the brain.
Nervous system.
It's going into the nervous system. It's affecting. So this, man, look, you either gonna you choose death, man. You might as well. That's worse than death because now you're gonna die slowly, man. Your body's gonna start killing itself. Autoimmune disease, man.
Right. The structure of that needle is just like a fucking venomous virus fang, man. The poison gets injected in the fang.
That's what it goes into Revelation 13, man. Snake bite. The side stigma, it looks like a serpent. You know, the Greek god of medicine is a scorpius, man. That's that symbol, so it all makes sense. John was giving us a warning, a coded message that this is what this man is going to do. So if you break down the stigma, you break down the stigma, you break down the stigma, that's where it's at, man. That's exactly what's going on, and that's exactly what's going to lead to that MOTB, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Philosophy.
Because think about it this way, right? You got people saying that this is the MOTB. Well, that's not necessarily true. It's part of the image. But think about it this way, it has to be linked somehow because they can't risk people waking up just to put them back in this predicament. They got them where they need them, so for them to say, well, now you got to take X, Y, and Z, you can't get people back to where you got them. So therefore, they're going to have to come with something else.
This is the framework.
Yeah.
This thing has set the framework for that.
Yeah.
Because now they're gonna say now everything
Medical registry.
is going to Even now when I went to some certain places to eat, I'm like, hey, I feel old and shit. I'm like, hey, where the menu at? He just looked at me.
Yeah, you gotta scan the fucking code, man.
He pointed down with attitude. You know what? That's how you know it's far advanced where you don't even have motherfuckers asking no more. And I said, man, I said, okay, I scanned it. I'm over here like shit. I got a QR reader. I just took a picture and the shit popped up. So we're at that time where the framework of the system is already built, man. Now what you got to do, when you put a frame up, then you hang the drywall, then you put the piping in there, then you lay the floor. So it's already set. So this thing is moving. It's called grooming, man. And Esau is a pedophile, man. So that's what pedophiles do. They groom their victims before they actually make the action, before they pop them or do anything. Or they might slip them a piece of candy. Here you go. They'll just give them the candy and back off. Yeah. They'll let that shit, it'll take what did it say, like a year. They'll wait, man. And known by pedophiles, they're patient, man.
Patient, yeah. They'll watch you, man.
It's mental conditioning is another good word for that too. Mental conditioning or program, because you gotta condition your brain just like you gotta condition your body for a long 5K or something like that. So these people are being conditioned for all the wickedness and the fools that Esau's coming out with.
The fear mongering that they did with last year they reported 500,000 deaths. Now they don't say shit about people dying from this shit. Because now the fear is already ingrained in them. They already introduced, there's such a deadly thing out there that I need to take something to prevent it. And now they presented the solution. Problem, reaction, solution. They created the problem, which is the thing, the pestilence, right? And then they created the solution as well.
The Jabberwocky.
They created the solution as well.
Yeah, go ahead. This is Psalms 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framest mischief by law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous.
Right, they're framing mischief through a law because now they're trying to put this as law.
It's under the color of law. The color of law is not necessarily engrafted in law, but yet it's covered up to be amended as a law. Like child support, that's not lawful at all, but it's under the color of law because they have certain codes and penal codes that go with it. So they'll send you a fraudulent ass letter in the mail with such and clause numbers on it, oh well, this and this and that, and people get scared. And that's the same thing with this. The mandates, like, it ain't law. But they mandate. It's because you mandate something, that doesn't mean it's written into law, man. People don't understand. Like, somebody look up the word mandate. Because like the brother said, man, they created the problem, reaction, solution, the fear. They generated fear last year, started over there in Wuhan. Now all the
they had the videos of people dropping.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Man, yeah. All the old lights were just falling out and shit.
And we was brothers was so geeked up when that shit happened. We wanted that shit to go down here, but it was like
Didn't happen.
Wait a minute.
We didn't have that video about nobody just dying out.
Right. I was gonna say that. Like, if they dying over there, why it ain't happening over here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it's been proven that certain viruses cannot live in the air, man. Virus needs a host.
Yeah, and it's summertime.
Yeah, and then
They already talking about shutting shit down. You gotta have a pass to NYC. It's not even flu season.
Bro, they said, they did a chart. It was a chart. From January all the way up until now, it was no cases. All of a sudden, the hottest fucking month of the year, all of a sudden
in
cases
fucking
shoot up.
summer. That's goofy ass shit, man.
You know what, Esau? You've been found out. You ain't gonna. This shit is garbage. Look, bro.
He's sloppy, man.
You sloppy. The Most High's getting ready to stop you, man. Right?
Sloppy.
Hey, brothers, the only thing we gotta do is hold on, man. Just hold on, bro.
That's why the Lord said you have been a golden cup in my hand, man. Esau, the Lord dropping you, man. The only reason the Lord gave you, it's like a puppet. The only reason Esau could dance, how is the puppet dancing or is it the puppeteer?
Puppeteer.
It's the puppeteer. So the Lord is the ultimate rhythmic. He invented rhythm. So he was moving Esau so good that Esau felt himself. What happened when the puppeteer drops the string? When he drops his thing, hey, what happened? The puppet can't move no more. The string, he's just laying there. So now Esau, the Lord is dropping you, man. And who is he picking up? He's picking up his people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why we're moving the way we're moving. We're thinking different. We're almost 5-10 steps ahead of his plans. We're already anticipating his movements. Why? Because who's moving us? And the Lord is moving us through his son.
Got the cheat code, bro.
I got that mandate for you. The definition of mandate is an authoritative commandment. And it says an unauthorized act give to a representative.
An unauthorized act,
Yep.
man. That means that if they mandate something, it's not necessarily legal. It's just really a recommendation when it boils down to it, man.
Yep.
That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So when you got this guy, what's his name, Lucas?
Quentin Lucas.
You get caught in Texas not wearing your shit, but yeah, you trying to mandate it on a whole city. What kind of hypocrite is you? And people was cursing them out about that, man.
Yeah, they don't even follow that shit no more.
Yeah, people don't give it. They don't even ask you for that, man, in stores. People just walk in without it. Because everybody know it's all bullshit at the end of the day. Unless you just stupid as hell. I'm sorry?
They did it in California.
Oh, yeah. Yup.
And like the brother said, that the fear is so indoctrinated now. The one thing I noticed when they released the mandate, right, the mass mandate, that was a test. Everything is a trial run. Everything is a test. Why did they pull it back? They pulled it back to see the mentality. How did it affect? What did the thing do? Just like Esau's a scientist. He runs tests. Like he have to have the baseline and then he'll run another sample. So that was the sample. So they took away the mass mandate and then what? People started putting it back on. Because they were so used to having it on, people that didn't.
It felt normal to not wear it. It felt normal to wear it.
Yeah, they started putting it on themselves, man.
Witchcraft, man. It's to the point like man, look, I'm going to the store. People will literally move out the way.
Yeah.
Like
you didn't have it.
I was getting some gas last
you
night,
was
man,
devil.
and bro, my spirit got so vexed because this Jake he just looked at me. So I kind of looked at him and shit like I just gave him a look.
Yeah.
Like, man, dude, like, don't try.
Yeah, he's gonna go say something to you.
like, bro, like, cause he spoke this shit, but he gave me a look. Like this nigga ain't got his mask on.
Yeah. That's an offense to them.
Yeah.
It was the gangsters at first. The first crop of people I seen wearing
the
a mask.
hardcore
I'm talking about dreadhead. You sagging your pants. You going in the store, mask on. People weren't even wearing masks. I'm like, what? How hard are you, bro? When you scared and you playing into the dog? I'm like, nigga, you watching news?
You supposed to be tough.
Yeah. You
That's why
dodging
the
bullets,
scriptures-
but this mask. Come on, bro.
The scriptures call Esau the prince of the power of the air.
Yeah.
Because he's controlling those wavelengths that go out, and people are under his yoke.
Yep.
So niggas in the world, of course they're gonna listen to E. That's his God. Where do you think they got their guns from? From E. The murderous lifestyle. From E. The drugs. From E. These niggas ain't nothing but black Edomites, man.
That's all they are.
Straight.
That's why Most High gonna destroy a lot of you jakes, man. A lot of you jakes you walking around here, you tough, but yeah, you got the diaper. You know what I'm saying? Like that irks my spirit, man. Because part of me, I'm just like, I want to call Jake out, but I'm like, you gotta be spiritual. Like,
let him be. But part of me like, pants is down his kneecaps, he's sagging and shit, tattoos, got a Glock on his hip. But yeah, you're scared. It is so stupid because you got the women out here that's covering their face up, but yet they got naked bodies. Yeah. Out here showing, you know, all types of, you know, cleavage and so forth, man. This place is all backwards. It proves that this man is a sorcerer. If somebody can give me Isaiah 47,
I got a quick one for you.
We've seen this a lot. People walking in the park with a fucking mask. Bro, I thought you were supposed to worry about it when you're indoors, man. And people, man, what the Most High is gonna do to you is actually good for you, man. End of the day, but it's gonna be a traumatic, fucking excruciating, painful experience. It's like the scriptures tell you, they shall learn after death by pain. Right. So a painful death is what's gonna make you understand the things that we've been saying this whole time. Because words ain't enough. Words ain't enough. Right. It's the same thing with disciplining a child. You let them know the difference between right and wrong orally first, right? You let them know, but then once you see his ass ain't getting it,
you gotta get the belt.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Get the rod of anger.
It's the same thing with these people, man. The Most High is gonna correct you with punishments. Like the scriptures say,
that's right.
It goes into how the scourges were made for amendment. To amend is to change your ways.
Right. Because so what Esau's done is it's a very old trick. It's just like training a dog, right? You train a dog, you go to a house, break a dog, you gotta do repetition. It isn't the fact that you just told the dog not to use it in the house the first time or put his nose on the shit or whatever. You gotta repetitively, consistently take his ass to the door. Some people hang a bell on the door and they take the dog's paw and make him hit that bell. You know, repetitively doing that every single day for a year straight or a month straight, eventually the dog's gonna be looking like you stupid if he ain't ringing that doorbell before you go out.
Yeah, they say people learn through repetition.
Right, so that's what Esau does.
And if y'all brothers paid attention, this shit has been in the media every day since last March, man. Every day, man. Every day.
You can't check the
That's why people are feeling some type of way about the mask.
But you fucking devils, you ain't gotta wear it though, man. You ain't mandate nobody in Congress to wear that bullshit, man. And you stupid ass people, you fall for it. That's why, hey, when you Jake start getting jacked up out here, hey, we gonna say we told you so. Cause you people hurt my fucking spirit, man.
Right, proud as
Straight up, bro. Like, look, the times we coming in, brothers, the Most High is gonna put a cold spirit on us, man. I think I'm at the point, but I don't give a fuck about these people out here. I just don't. Because look at the way they live their lives, man. If the Most High sent a bomb or an earthquake to destroy every last one of these people out here, I will praise YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, man. Right? Because these people need death. Bunch of damn widows, man.
That's right.
These people are lackadaisical. They really believe ain't nothing gonna happen to this goddamn country. You are in the worst case, man.
Right, this is a death trap.
You niggas are sitting on your like literally, bro. The whole world is in chaos right now, and Jake is just sitting here like they don't know what the hell going on.
I got a quick one for you. This Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
That's all the people on this side, man. All the sinners of the Most High's people gonna die by the sword. Like, peep this, right? Look at this. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit always give an example.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's to the point, man, the prophet just gonna call you out and curse you out, man.
That's why
and people look at you like you crazy when you don't look stupid.
Just say Amos.
The scriptures say they bound to the image of the beast. That's a part of the image of the beast. This whole, pretty much everything Esau configures and issues out, the mandates, you know, his philosophies, his ways of life. That's his image. So that's these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Why you think you got women out here halfway fucking naked, man?
Yeah,
because they following after Edomite women.
It's fashionable now.
You know what? The Edomite woman, when they was in the cave, they was ass naked. You know what I'm saying? They walk around with, you know, bare skins
like
and shit, the real cave people.
They were unnormal too, man.
Yeah.
And I seen a commercial. It's funny. I seen it was a caveman. They were like, and there was a bitch like, I'm searching for a new house. It's like, oh, you don't like my anyway. But they were beasts, man. That's the fearful part. Like the brother said, you have no idea. The Lord can literally take your mind, man. As a nation, what do you think think happened to us. The world sees us and thinks, oh yeah, look at those slaves.
The
Like,
animals.
it can't happen to you. That's the thing. History's gonna repeat itself. We're gonna literally look at the Edomite one day and be like, nah, Lee, this man had us in slavery.
Yeah, this thing used to
And
wear
it
that
says
suit.
that in the scriptures,
That's a
man.
joke,
Is
bro.
this him? This is him? He's gonna be grunting. The Lord had this man. Look what he did to Nebuchadnezzar, man.
Had him eating grass.
He had feathers growing out of him, man. The Lord is
He did that to young Pharaoh. He got the Nebuchadnezzar plague now.
Turned to a beast, huh?
Yeah, he's fucked up. He's going through a mental breakdown.
Man, that's crazy.
Hey,
We in the time where look,
Yeah,
Esau-
because he adopted that young Pharaoh, man.
Nigga had the knife to
Yeah.
his throat
say,
and shit.
telling her to scream and shit.
Man, Jacob, man, look at man, you gotta look at polite. You bring this up. I know this is what this is a topic of the thing, but look at polite, bro. Tell me that wasn't a surgical hit.
Michael, no
yeah.
way.
That was a
clean.
man. We can
That
even.
was
We don't. I don't. He was out of sight, out of mind, man.
Right.
We let him live his life. His best life, Instagram life. No, man, got him. Got him, man. They got your. They got your DNA, bro. You're done.
They say he went like real crazy.
He's everywhere.
I got a
Like
little
the
bit.
CSI scene in that thing, man.
Just gonna finish this, bro. It's Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Yeah, that's the spirit our people in, man. They in that spirit. They like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to us, man. Because hey, they really think that this whole thing is gonna pass, so we gonna go back to 2019. But we got news for you. This world has never been normal.
Right.
But it's not gonna go back to 2019. It ain't gonna go back to 2010, man. Y'all gonna always have to wear that damn thing. You're gonna have to get more and more boosters. You're gonna have to keep going.
Yep.
This man is not satisfied until he sees you dead. And even then, when you're dead, that ain't enough. Because they got shit now that Esau is trying to extract with the afterlife, man. Like it was a movie called The Butterfly Effect, when they deal with the bring you back from the dead type shit. He's really trying to instill artificial intelligence and inseminate human beings.
Right, it's that robot Elon Musk.
Yeah,
coming out with.
Tesla
Tesla,
robot.
Tesla
yeah.
robot.
They said
He deal with that Neuralink stuff.
Yeah.
This is a quick precept. This is the touch on Esau's kingdom. This is the book of 2nd Ezra. This is 2nd Ezra 11 and verse. I started 39. It says, "Or doubt." It says, "Or doubt." It says, "And thou." It says, "Are not thou in the remainest of the four beasts whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them."
That's right. So that proves that Esau, Edom. If you go back into the Romans, and you trace the line of the Romans back to the nation of Edom, that's talking about the so-called white man, man. That fourth beast was of Edomite rulership, starting with the Greco-Roman Empire. You had the Greeks, then you had the Romans, which are the same people. All right, and then it's talking about Esau, man, because the Romans were Edomites, and we're in Rome all over again. Just look at the architecture, look at the Senate, etc. Look at the way people dress. I mean, they still adopt the custom of the Greeks, and the Greeks and the Romans are the same people. You know?
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
That's right, man. How did they overcome all the beasts? Because they took down the Greeks. All right, who took down the Persians and Medes? The Greeks did. All right, so this is that last leg or that last kingdom of the fourth beast that Daniel saw in the vision. This is it. That's how you know we're at the end. Go ahead.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness.
Great fearfulness, man. Starting first and foremost with the military. That's the intimidation tactic. Like, don't think it's a coincidence when they put shootings on TV. You know why they do that? To instill fear in you, man. Right. They have to make the police look real brutish and intimidated. So therefore, when they do their thing, you just gonna consent. Because nobody wants to get cracked upside the head. Nobody wants to get drugged out their house. Nobody wants to get thrown in a prison camp.
And it says, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression.
Much wicked oppression, man. You mean to tell me when you go over there and you colonize or you set up shop in Afghanistan, it's still opium, still rubies, jewels, lithium, you know what I'm saying? Batteries and shit they use for these phones. That emerald, that's a very lucrative, the element that's in this phone, that's worth fucking millions of dollars, man. And this grows out of the earth.
That's why, like you said something earlier, you said about the blood diamonds.
Yeah.
There should be blood cell phones. Because why is it named blood diamonds? Because it's categorized because those stones were used, they're illegal on the market. They're illegal. If they catch you with blood diamonds, that's like narcotics. Well, but why don't they make blood cell phones, blood lithium, blood this and blood that? Because that's big money. But they'll give you something to cry over. Oh, blood diamonds, man. Diamonds are what is it? What I'm trying to use, the word where it's not worthy. out of the elements of rubies and stones, diamonds are the low level. They're low level. But then look what it's the nostalgia. That shows you the magic right there. But now a woman will want, oh yeah, I need a diamond ring and this, but that's a low level stone. That's you might as well have that party stone at Walmart. That it don't mean nothing. It's not valuable. But if you get an emerald, or even if you look at opal, you know, those are rarity of stones, but they don't open that up to the mind of Jake, man.
Nah, just look at the colors, man. Like, matter of fact, like if you pay attention to like our the ephod, like if you look at the different stones, those are rare gems, man. Like the crystallite, that represents a diamond. That's the lowest value. It's still valuable, but that's one of the lowest level, like the brother said. So like you got emeralds, you got rubies, man. You got jasper. Those things, like the colors of these, you got literally black onyx diamonds, bro, like jet black diamonds, man. That's worth trillions of dollars, man. You know what I'm saying? And Esau even knows that. So that's why he pushed.
I was just gonna say, that's why Esau goes around conquering these other lands, because every faction of this earth, whether it be the minerals, the trees, animals, they have a value to it. You can manipulate it to bring yourself more money and riches. And Esau goes to these other lands, and that's why he oppresses their people for their resources and for labor. Yeah. Like Japan, right? Japan don't have that much resources on it. So what Esau does, they got the labor. So what they do, they got the Toyota over there, certain mines,
Nissan.
You know, Nissan.
Yeah, and the whole war with fucking Afghanistan, that was all a ploy, man. Them being over there 20 plus 30 in Iraq all them years, they went up there to set up shop. Esau made money off that war.
Bro, them soldiers are pissed. Them soldiers are like, what the fuck we go over here for? You got people that are maimed for life, man. Psychology. They might not have lost a limb, but they ain't never come back. Their mind are done, man.
Esau, basically what Esau did with Ammon is he turned them into his robotic scientists. You know what I'm saying? They're coming up with a lot of technology behind the super soldiers and the robots and shit that kill people. I forgot what they call it exactly.
Like fucking Terminators.
Yeah, basically.
In that movie they even said it. In the beginning of that movie, they had the caption. They said that it's various countries that's trying to get these high dollar military contracts to make these robots, man.
Right. Moabites are there for their labor. Because Moab is through, man.
Yeah, Moab is
sweatshops.
The Moabites, they're nobodies, man. The elites, the top bankers, they control China, man. Yeah. The Illuminati, the Rothschilds, they control China, man. Yeah. Ain't no fucking Xi Jinping. He ain't calling no shots over there, man. Yeah. The moment any of those motherfuckers go against the authority of the Rothschilds, they will get taken out. And why do you think they follow a doctrine known as communism? Who came up with communism? An Edomite, Karl Marx.
Karl Marx, right. They follow Esau.
Esau.
And then like you was pointing out with the elements, right? When the Lord said it, we read it early in Genesis, where it says you shall have the fatness of the earth. What do you think makes tanks? Everything that's in the tank comes from where? The earth. Everything in a bomb comes from the earth. Everything that makes a gun, from the metal to the gunpowder, comes from the earth. So he told them, Esau, you're gonna live by the sword and you're gonna dwell in the fatness. That means you're gonna have everything to make more sword. In that documentary, Exterminate All the Brutes, man, they said when they came up with that chain gun, it was over with, man. That changed though, just like the nuke. Just like when the nuke set a ton, every major, accolade of war was set by who? Esau. The chain gun came out. The gun itself, when they said in Moabite, and it goes back, Moab came up with the concept of a gun. But who took it to that next level though? Esau, man.
White boy.
Biological warfare too. That's another one of Esau's.
Set the tone.
Yeah.
Mustard gas, Agent Orange and shit. He set the tone with that, man.
Muskets and the arquebuses.
Right.
Like a lot of those soldiers that wielded guns in the early times, they would just line up in a row and just shoot at each other. You know what I'm saying?
And just keep walking forward.
Arquebusiers, man.
Yeah. Dummies.
And look back in the time of the pirates. The pirate had something called a bundle buster or something. It was like a gauge that would shoot pieces of random shards of metal at you. Yeah, it would just unload. And then who was the pirates? Esau, man.
They showed you that in that movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, man. They showed you that.
And it says, and over the whole, it's just a little bit more on this. And it says, power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole over the whole compassed of the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Come on, man, this guy. Now the best thing Esau had was anonymity. When he laid in the shadows, what's Batman's power? His darkness, his stealthness. That's Esau, man. So now when the light shines on his ass, he ain't got nothing to do, man. He has to make a move. Time is short. There was a point in Esau's plan that he knew he had to expose himself for a period of time. It's the transition between letting people know he exists to actually signing getting the whole plan in full effect. So he had to reveal himself. He's doing damage control. That's why one of these videos I seen, he said the Jews or these so-called Amalekites, they set up these like Alex Jones. They want people to go there. Why? Because then they can know all they do is track your IP address. That's why you guys that are halfway crooks in this thing, you tag the bag, man. You might as well go to full gusto. Why are you playing? Just because you come on a video on Scarf, Esau don't just differential on IP addresses.
Oh, he came against us. We ain't gonna fuck with him. No, it don't work that way, man. You look at them videos, that spirit, how he set it up to create a whole domino effect of who's been exposed. Because he already know, Alex Jones, we know he sold out. But you got guys that really follow that. So Esau say, yep, there you go. These are the men we need to watch. And then especially since the prophets been on the scene too. Oh man, he's opened up, man.
Because we made random Gmails. We didn't put our name. This is such and such, my first and middle name. So they had to decipher. They had to watch. That's why the Google make
put a birthday 1800. They say you can't do that shit, man.
They watching. That's why Google, even that algorithm started getting tighter. Oh, we need your cell phone to activate your account. Because what ties with your email and your cell phone? Your cell phone, then they can know where they can go in deeper on who you are. Esau's been gathering information, that red list, blue list. We brought that out years ago, man. That's still in effect. Now he's at the last little bit. So the next attack, we either going to be darkness or some kind of biological attack on a wide scale, then he's going to come and get us, man. That's the plans, because we stand in between that. We make too many pages, we make too many ruffles, like the apostles say, in a time of oppression, telling the truth is a revolutionary act, man.
Right. Yeah, if you girls watch that movie called Ex Machina, this guy builds a robot, and it's an AI robot. It's super intelligent, and basically the way he got it was a company basically like Google. They had so much data for search engine results, tracking people's patterns on social media. They basically put it into this giant like super quantum computer and made an artificial intelligence, and they put it into a robot, man, and the damn thing escaped and looked just like a person. It was running around doing shit.
You say that. Esau, they got this one video where they said they're feeding that one guy that was a spy, and he started telling me, he's like, man, there's this AI thing. It was a spy that had turned, and he started speaking. He said he worked for the Rothschilds, right? Yeah. He said there's this machine. He's like, he was pretty much going on the line. Hey, Shalom. He was pretty much going on the lines of they sacrificed into this AI, man, the God. So they built their own God, just like when people used to make idols. What did they do? They had to make it. Even the Apocrypha tell you that the workmanship had to. It's the same thing, but now it's a computer, man. And the same thing that's in that computer is in the earth. It's elements, man. So it's an idol. It's nothing but a remixed idol, man.
It doesn't.
They say Google is God.
It might be a fucking Google.
I forgot what they were exactly saying. There was some type of video article I was reading about that said basically trying to equate Google with being God because it has all the answers you can go in there. Certain things. There's a lot of disinformation on that, man.
A whole lot of it.
Yeah, they filtering a lot of stuff, man.
There's a movie.
I got a precept on the definition.
What you was gonna say, though, bro?
I was gonna say there's a movie with John Cusack, basically, where they build AI, and he basically says we're creating a God. He's like, humans aren't enough. We need to create our own God, and the AI basically took over, man. It was making. It was like the side where people go to work and shit.
Ben I mean?
No.
Y'all remember Ben I mean?
No, not at all.
You don't?
No.
People was like?
Yeah.
But this is a definition of sword, but I'll read the precept first.
Bob.
Let him bring the scripture out, man.
We're trying to read.
Genesis 27:40 says, "And by the sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck."
Yeah, because who let Esau out of captivity, man? You got to understand that when we went in slavery under Esau, man, we was in rulership first. So, in the 1500s, man, that's when Jake started to decline. You know, because your Edomites married into the black nobility of England. All right, so Esau has been in power ever since during the time of the Renaissance, which means rebirth.
And so,
you have the Edomites, they rebelled during the time of King Solomon. When scriptures tell you he read the Lord raised up an adversary unto Solomon. That was the king of Edom at that time. Because King David has subjected the Edomites. He had garrisons in Edom, and that was prophetic of that event.
So break the yoke. So and the Lord put the spirit on him to break the yoke. He brought him out just like you bring out the Lord brings things when it needs to. Just like a chess player. A chess player uses his rook for a certain thing, he uses his pawn for a certain thing, and he uses his knight for a certain thing. Esau's just a piece on here. That's all it is. When you look at that's why you gotta acknowledge the Most High's omnipotent, man. He's everything. He controls everything. So once you please him, there is no worrying about the enemy, man. Because the enemy is being used by the one that loves you, man. Our Heavenly Father loves us. He ain't rocking with Esau, man. Esau is just a glorified belt, man. That's all he is. And the scriptures are telling us that. He had to beat us with that belt, man. Like a good father did. So now we learned our lesson. We were sniffling, we're wiping our nose and our eyes, and we say, Heavenly Father, we're sorry. You know?
So Laki, that was actually Jehoram. That was during the reign of Jehoram when the Edomites rebelled. Because I got it pulled up if you want me to read it.
You made a point.
I got a definition here of the word sword. The origination of the word comes from Hebrew word karab. It's a verb. It says to be waste, lay waste, make desolate, be desolate, be in ruins. It says to be made desolate, to lay waste, make desolate. All right, so when it says by the sword that thou shalt live, that's what that's talking about. He lives by what? Laying waste and causing things to be desolate and everything to be in ruin.
Yeah, look at the Amazon
That's his blessing.
rainforest, man. He done destroyed basically damn near the whole thing. Right. There's still a remnant in the forest, of course, but it ain't to the point where it was before Esau got there.
Right.
The animal, the wildlife dying, man. He takes the rubber from the trees out there too. That's where you get rubber from.
And Esau hasn't got the fullness of this earth. That's why I watch a lot of natural shows. They said there's a lot of uncharted places on the planet Earth. They said they're still finding species. We haven't. Why is there so species that are hid? The Lord is because Esau fuck around and kill it or try to pop it. You know. But when we get in our fullness, that's why it says the people are going to rejoice because the Lord's going to bring these creatures out, man. Because we're not going to do weird things to them. The earth is going to be enlarged, man. You know.
That goes into that. I think it's in the second Ezra how it says we have only seen but a few of his works. So everything known right now is a few in earth is just a few. A few isn't even half
that's a piece.
Whole. That's a portion. It's a small part. We only seen a little bit. So it's much more life to be experienced. Esau don't got everything. In our kingdom, we gonna turn up to the max, man. We gonna drink wine. We gonna drink wine that's never been tasted before. Out of plants that's never been seen before.
The medicine is gonna go to the roof. They're not gonna, and there's not gonna be a medical system. No hospitals. There's no hospitals back. It was the herbs.
You gonna be the hospital.
It was the herbs, and then these nations, if it's a real severe disease, who they gonna come see? They're not gonna come empty-handed. They're gonna come to Jerusalem, and they're gonna come with gifts, and then they're gonna be like, "Look, can you heal my?" It's gonna be kings and merchants and high level, and we'll see fit to be like, "Okay, we'll make them home." That's a beautiful future we have, man. These nations are gonna literally love us, man. Like the dream that woman had. They said we were coming down like in the chariots, and it said people like the scene off Neo. Remember when he went down to Zion? He went to Zion and they laid gifts, herb, like he was walking, and they said, "Man, they worship you." You know, because that's what these nations are gonna look. They're meant to be our slaves, man. But then they're gonna be taken care of, man. You come with the right shekels. I don't think we'll. You know, that I'm speaking as a man, but they will be made whole. Somebody that's blind, somebody that's crippled. There's gonna be no need for no hospital system, man.
Come on, Kansas City, talk to him.
Yeah, because this damn devil, man, he has polluted the whole earth. He's caused things called global warming. You know, he's created all these quote unquote medicines, these physicians of no value, what the scripture says. When the Lord says what the medicines come from the earth, if we paraphrase, and he that is wise will not ignore them. I believe that's Ecclesiastes 38 and 4. Sirach 38 and 4, I believe. You know, that goes into that. So this damn devil, you know, we just read in Genesis the 27th chapter, you know, he is created to destroy. That's all he knows. That's his blessing is to kill, literally to kill. Because a sword doesn't just necessarily mean a weapon that you put in your hand or a gun. That, when we read the definition there, it goes into just the act of killing, period, was considered given to him as his blessing.
Right.
So he is the mastermind behind creating weapons of mass destruction, biological warfare, napalm. What were they using in World War I? Was that the gas? Killing people with gas. Yeah. He is always. Why do you think he comes up with these fucking movies like Saw and shit, man?
He loves that shit.
That's his blessing, man. That's why he thinks of shit like that.
I got a precept for you. It's Romans 9:21. Had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if, well, let's break that down first. So obviously the potter is Yahawah. So he decides the purpose of each person on this earth, whether it's on an individual basis or as a nation. So Esau, your ass was created for a vessel of dishonor. But it says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction? That's all this man's here for. He is here.
See, listen to him.
Hold on, man. Hold on. This man is a vessel for wrath on the Most High's left hand side. He he controls that man.
Right. God. That's right. That's right, bro. You know, so when it goes into the scriptures, it talks about how, you know, how all these things Esau has done is now being brought to the table. His track record is being brought to his table. You know, we're basically like the judge when he gives you your sentence.
Yeah.
You're about to get 20 years. That's what the prophets are doing.
Right.
We're telling you, hey, you're about to go down.
1,000 years.
This is the book of Obadiah 1 and 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? So now he's been exposed for all his damn lies, man. So that's why the argument is saying they're going to try to come at us to take us off the streets. Why? Because we're bringing this case. We're letting people know, hey, this is the damn devil. This is the deceiver.
Yeah, we're in a time of judgment right now. So like
Beast,
said, we're out here, we're reading this book. We're basically reading his sentence. That's why the scriptures say he should not at all acquit the wicked.
Right.
Hey, you're not getting away with what you're doing, Esau, man.
He's already guilty.
Yeah, the Most High would never the type of hell you put on his people, man.
Yeah, that's like when you see that judgment come out. That judgment comes out. That's like Esau gets mad and he's trying to do more violence after his judgment. The whole reason with us being awake now, like the brother said, the prophets, before every kingdom is judged, now the Lord has set up prophets on the four corners of the earth because the earth is getting ready to be judged, man. Right. The earth itself is getting ready to be bad. It's going to be bad out here, man. You will not, what did the prophet say? Who shall deliver me in those days, man?
That's the way. When the Most High take us off the street, that's when the judgment will come, man. Yeah. It don't make sense to come down while we out here prophesying. So when we get taken off the streets, the Most High is going to start jacking this place up. So if you notice, man, I always make that statement, you know, and it's just me speaking as a man. We might not be on this tool by the end of the year, the way that they setting up algorithms like now for the people. They got it down to 300 points, man. It used to be 1,000. Now it's 300, so you want to get sent from sentences to get your video put back up. But they don't even, they just hit the we ain't gonna put it back up. They don't even do it. Especially if it's coming from, because they have your algorithm already programmed and they pick up on your voice tremors. So they already know when you type it in, they know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So hey, this place is getting ready to be destroyed. All hell's getting ready to break loose on the shores of America. And our people, they finna get the blunt force of the Most High's wrath because they not gonna get right. Like you got, we gonna say it, man. You got these guys, this, bro, that keep playing games. Can you hear me that sound, bro? They keep playing games with this, man. Look, we ain't in a time for you to be skeptical about this. It's either this or it's not, man. If you don't got this breakdown yet and you still straddling the fence, then this truth ain't for you, man. This is not for you. Because you got this guy Tazariak. He went down there and took the juice, man. He took the juice. And then, hey, he's talking about, well, hey, man, we did it because I don't want my people to be afraid. What the hell does that got to do with anything when you the one that's out here calling the so-called white man the devil? You know? So that's off, man.
Hey, my man.
Hey, can you not record this, bro?
You distracted me.
Yeah, can you not record us, bro? We appreciate that, man.
I'm about to go.
Yeah. All right, have a nice day, bro.
Take it easy.
Yo,
Take it
man.
easy.
Yeah, we gotta see some herb stuff. All right, man.
I got one more. You got what you bro?
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 9:9. It says, "Then he said unto me, in the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great, and the land is full of blood, and the city full of perverseness. For they say, the Lord hath forsaken the earth, the Lord seeth not.
Bring that back, bro. You gotta kind of get back recuperated because
Yeah,
it's kind of distracting.
Yeah,
Try to not cuss his ass out.
Watching.
This is
That's what and the apostle said that, mentioned that, just to touch on this point. You have a lot of guys that have been known about this and took their hand off the plow, man. The Lord ain't forgot, man. You know, the best thing brother said, hold on, man. Hold on to it. You ain't gotta be a super duper Israelite. But the best thing is you love you love your brother that you've been. This is a blessing, man. For us to stand here in solidarity with each other, man. In a time where there is no togetherness. Where else you gonna find this? I don't care if you in a damn lodge or whatever kind of group, man. Somebody's gonna steal, somebody's gonna do something off, man. You know, but a lot of guys are gonna try to come back in this and sneak up in here, man. And those are thieves because they didn't come through the straight gate, man.
Anybody that comes from the other way is the same as a thief and a robber. And hey, he knew he was an Israelite. He said, "Show wrong, whatever, man." Guys like that took their hand off the bottom, most I put demons on him. He's completely booked up.
Yeah, he was on something.
Yeah, he mentioned an old name. Like, bro, you know how many movers and shakers are out here now from that time? That's how long you ain't been. No, like there's a lot of movers. Yeah, bro, come on, man.
Born yet, bro.
Come on, man.
I didn't even recognize the name.
He was real bugged out. That guy was, man.
Yeah, I wanted to tell him to just get down the street, man. But you know, I'm like, man, Spirit gonna get him out of here. You know, he's out of here now. That's all that matters.
Ezekiel 9th chapter, verse 9 says, Then said he unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great, and the land is full of blood, and the city full of perverseness. For they say, the Lord hath forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeth not.
Right, so in their mindset, man, they always have the concept of God is dead. Well, the Most High is very alive. Because, I mean, look at the earth. You know, I mean, though it's not in its full increase based on the vibration of the Israelites, nonetheless, man, his men are out here. This proves the living power here. Because, like the brother said, it takes power to do this, be in unison to come together. Because typical Jacob don't come together and formulate a bond like this, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can leave wallets around brothers, you can leave whatever around brothers, and we never get messed with. You know what I'm saying? Versus Jake in the world, man, shit come up missing, go to your phone, they'll try to hack your bank account, all types of shit. You know? So that's a beautiful thing. This proves the power of YAHAWASHI because, hey, what he said, look, man, the way you show you love me is how you treat my men. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the Most High is very well alive, man. He's getting ready to judge the earth. We're just out here sentencing it before the Most High moves. You know what I'm saying? Because like I made the statement earlier, once we're off the streets, that's when all hell gonna break loose. Lockdown's gonna come, martial law gonna come, all right? The troops, all that stuff, that's when things are gonna start breaking loose. And people are gonna come up here looking for us and we're not gonna be nowhere to be found. Because something is gonna happen that the Most High is gonna bust this word open in this city, man. Because a lot of people out here, they know about this truth, but they ain't really, no, they kind of like, all right, man, we still living our lives.
They ain't engaged
right now. We gonna come at the last minute. Don't work that way.
Yeah, fuck you, nigga.
Scriptures say, hey, man, seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, the Lord ain't dealing with that procrastination spirit, man. You either out here teaching or you not. You know, because something big is going to happen here. I'm going to say it again, and this truth is going to bust wide open. Your employers finna find out about you. People you used to deal with, just regular people you cross by, they going to say, hey, man, you that dude, y'all them brothers that be on such and such, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that happened to me like a couple years ago. I was walking on 39th Street, I was going to get something. It was like, you that dude that be on YouTube, ain't you? I kind of played it off like, what you talking about, Jake? You know what I'm saying? I had to put the man like, what you talking about? I was like, man, I know you, man. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So people, they know you, man. They just don't say nothing.
Right. I was just gonna say, it don't take Jake long to get in that spirit. The Most High ain't coming back. Because 1 minute last year, they was all panicking, thinking, oh, this might be it. 6 months later, things eased up. They like, oh, the Lord ain't coming back. 6 months, they like, oh, the Lord ain't coming back. After they were just panicking last year, man.
Right. And it's not a coincidence that
no one
was
was
shutting
trying
the
to
clubs down. And he had us in the spirit of not going to those, you know what I'm saying? And not dealing with that type of atmosphere, man. Because he knew that it was going to come down the pike, man.
Right.
You know, like you said, Jake went back to sleep, man. That crouching tiger, man. That crouching lion. Yeah, that crouching lion, you know?
Oh, yeah, and Slakia, to speak back on this, man, you got Zariak. Basically, they're denying this. You know, Yohana, what did he say? It's like I don't know. Christianity. Sleeping with white
This
women.
dude said Solomon had the mark.
Wait.
What's the dude? The name, I forgot his name. Captain Tazariak.
So Solomon had
Quack.
the. Wait a minute, the mark of the beast didn't even exist then.
Bro, he's bugged out. He's getting spirit. He said that on the
Solomon
live
had the
stream,
mark
man.
of the beast.
He said Solomon had the mark of the beast. What? He said Solomon had the mark of the beast, man. Look it up. Come on, bro. That's hella scary to say that, man.
How is that possible? That means that YAHAWASHI couldn't get the kingdom then, because Solomon is YAHAWASHI, if you know in reincarnation.
So they must not believe